See this image here? It's a mistake. It's an accident. It's a happy accident, but happy accidents are the spice of a photographer's life. Most photographers, especially those earlier years, they're chasing perfection. They want the cleanest shots, the cleverest moments, the shots that look like they belong in a gallery. But anything you chase in that regard, in life really, have you noticed it's like it runs away from you? This is the Colosseum in Rome. I was over in Rome. I was to do a photography talk, and I'm waiting for somebody to come into the frame, waiting for somebody to come this way, and I did get a few of those clicks, and this lady come in on the left, yeah, which is kind of a little bit awkward, and not the shot that I was planning for, and it's the shot for me that works. It works better. Let's put a couple of the other shots up that I got here. Okay, but for me, it was the accident, the mistake, yeah, and I saw her just on the left, and I didn't even really know until I got this back, right, that this was my favourite shot. See, what photographers do, street photographers, especially, it's like we're always in our heads thinking, asking the question, should we be doing this, should we be doing that, or we'll see somebody else's work, we hit the streets and we want to create an image or images like that. See, when we're in our heads thinking about it, we're not present. We're not seeing what's going on. So all of that thinking, it kind of keeps us from seeing what's actually unfolding in front of us. See, when I talk about mistakes, happy accidents, okay, it's not laziness. It's not waiting around for an happy accident, you understand? It's not about hoping something happens. It's about being present, so present and alert and vigilant that when the universe throws something unexpected your way, you're ready for it. It's about getting out of your own way, in effect. So you look like cards on the table, okay? This like kids out of the room. Here's the thing. The reason we have that insecurity and we're stuck in our heads thinking, which is the place we go to because we think that's where the answer is, it's fear. It's because we're scared. Street photographers are afraid to be seen. They're afraid to be found out. They're afraid to get in close. Afraid to approach someone on the street and say, oh, wow, you look awesome. I'd love to make a portrait of you. This is why we need to challenge ourselves and like acknowledge that fear it's okay. It's fine. It's like it's meant to be there. It means you're alive. Like I have so many incidences, pretty much every time I'm out, where I have that voice in my head saying that count as my want to get a photograph of that person. I always have that fear, always have that discomfort. It doesn't go away. And that voice is words to the effect of, oh, that person's going to tell you to cough, or that person's going to think you're a weirdo. Yeah, or that person hasn't got enough time to be stopping for me to take a photograph of them. But 9 times out of 10, guys, pretty much all of the time, it's never what I think. People are receptive. People feel people are happy that you've asked them that to take a photograph of them. That's my experience, especially if we come at it with like a playful attitude. See, but talking about happy mistakes, happy accidents, in this age, this digital age, see, everyone is trying to sell you something so that you can move in a direction of making your images perfect. It's a con. See, we live in a time, right, when we've got more access to information, tutorials, reviews, articles, videos than ever before. So why is it when we have all of that information, we're still so insecure about our approach to street photography, to life? Everyone's selling us something it's promised that it's going to make us more creative. A new camera, a new course, a new workshop, a new podcast, a new YouTube video, a new lens. See, because the information really and the tech, it's useless, really, But a new camera is not going to make you any more courageous. And courage isn't the absence of fear. Yeah, it's about embracing that fear in a way that you can use it as a guide. But back to the happy accidents, okay? So, see, this is what, if you're stuck in your heads gathering information all of the time, and then you take that out on the street, oh, this is the kind of photograph I want to get, should I be doing this, should I be doing that? You're not present and alert and vigilant to life. And even at times you get that shot on the back of your camera, you're so, let's get a camera. You're so busy congratulating yourself on the back of the screen, yeah, on the LCD, to what a great shot you got. In that moment, the person in front of you, or life, will gift you this beautiful photograph of it where the symmetry and the light and the composition is perfect, and you're so busy looking on the back of your camera or stuck in your head thinking about what a great shot you got that you miss it. So we need to have our antenna up, we need to be alert, we need to be vigilant. So there's all these beautiful little collisions, these odd pairings of people and light and mood that's happening all of the time. We're just not seeing it. So stay alert, stay vigilant. It's not that we have to manifest or create happy accidents. Life's doing it all of the time. So you need to be ready to see them and then be brave or courageous or whatever it is that you want to call it, enough to act on them. So yeah, like the myth is the more information you get, the better equipment that you get, the better you're going to become as a photographer. It's a myth. And it's fine to get it wrong, by the way. It's fine to screw it up. In fact, the more mistakes you make, the closer you are to getting it right. You know, I struggle with this stuff all of the time. It can come across because I do these YouTube videos and I'm talking with you guys, I'm sharing with you guys that I've got it all sussed. Nothing could be further from the truth. You know, the person's ears closest to my mouth are mine. So I know, but I'll work on this stuff all of the time. It's a process and it's fun. It should be fun. You know, fear never goes away. It doesn't even really become familiar. You just become that little bit more willing to walk through that door. I've said it before. There's a quote by the portrait photographer David Bailey. Let me just see if I can get it up quick. David Bailey. Oh, here he goes. So when I was on trips, I used to put Polaroids in a container with seawater, sand and pebbles. I'd swirl it all around to get scratches. It's this random element that I call the drip. It's the drip which might splash onto the side of a canvas when you're painting and make you think, wow, that's awesome. Possibly leading you to explore other things. My whole life is in search of the drip. It can change everything. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's kind of, we have this picture in our head of how things should be. And because of that, and we're like that in life, by the way, and because of that, we're not receptive to what's going on, to what's happening, to what's playing out, which is in actual fact life and the way that it's meant to be. It's like we go around, we want to change everything. We want to fit it all into a box. Life, you can't contain life in that way. Life is always in flux and it's always chaotic in effect. And why not reflect that in the photographs that we're taking? So stop chasing perfection. Perfection's boring. Like, let the world, let it surprise you. Another thing, and I was just talking to Katie about this, she was telling me about a girl in the Dare community who, Katie shared one of her images and she said, oh, you know, it was just an accident or words to that effect. And Katie was sharing, you know, her, you know, we love happy accidents. And kind of in alignment with what I've been talking about in this video. But one of the things that occurred to me as well here, it's like there's part of us that we don't want to see what's playing out because our ego feels that it was just an accident, we didn't create it therefore. Yeah, so the ego has got nothing to hold on to. It's like, I don't know, like Paul McCartney, the musician, you've all heard of Paul McCartney, right? The song Yesterday, which he wrote, but he woke up with that song fully formed in his head. So did he actually write it then, in effect? It was just already there. He said no work did he put into it. Yeah, and a lot of artists and musicians, Yeah, even Noel Gallagher, another musician, says it's almost like his antenna's up, and you just got to kind of, Nick Cave as well, okay, the writer, the musician, it's like their antenna has to be up, they're alert, they can't do anything about creating the accident, by the way, but they just have to be alert and vigilant to life dropping it on us. Guys, if any of this resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. It's a really big support from me. Don't forget to grab a copy of my zine. Hold up. Oh, The Way of the Street Photographer. I promise you're going to love it. There's some real cool little insights in here and that tie into what I talk about, well, in this video, for example, and other videos and my podcast, all of that kind of a thing. So grab yourself a copy on my website, lashmarcreative.com. Also, check out the Dare Photography podcast. We keep it real on there. No BS. Tell it as it is. And it's just a bit of a spanner in the works of all of those other podcasts and social media and how it is these days, where people are always trying to, I don't know, it's kind of like, this is the way that it should be. Yeah. Life's not like that. Photography's not like that. Check out the podcast. I promise you'll love it. And yeah, I think that'll do. See you through the looking glass. Out.